morning, and welcome to cyderhousecrafts Flosstube. Had to think, it's episode 5. Today is July 5th. Happy 4th of July for yesterday to my market friends. Yeah, we had a little barbecue here. Nothing great because we both had colds and we didn't feel very good, so we didn't invite anybody around. We just did our thing. And yeah, it was okay. Usual suspects: deviled eggs, potato salad, fruit salad, bratwurst, and burgers, and red velvet cake, and baked beans, and I can't think what else, but that would explain this. Yeah. Anyway, hi. Did I say I'm Jen? If I haven't, hi. I'm Jen. This isn't going well this morning. I'm just getting over the most horrific summer cold in the history of my summer colds. Probably not yours, but mine. And I'm at the end where I'm just coughing and stuff. So please forgive me. Right, where can you find me? You can find me on the mails at cyderhousecrafts with a Y, cider with a Y, at gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at cyderhousecrafts, and you can find me on Etsy at cyderhousecrafts. Yeah, that's where you can find me. I haven't opened a Twitter account yet, and I have a personal Pinterest account, but I'm going to be opening a business account on Pinterest as well. Hopefully this week sometime, if not next week. I have a lot of sewing, catching up sewing to do because my vinyl came. So yeah, so there will be some project bags, and I have been dyeing floss, which I can't show you because it's drying in my conservatory. But yeah, I've been trying to get back in the swing of things. So what's on the agenda today? Well, I have a finished object. Woohoo! It was one of those quick win things. Unfortunately, it wasn't my Humble Stitcher quick win. That's next up. But it was Primitive Hare. Oh poo. Did I say oh poo out loud? Sorry. I forgot to bring the pattern over. It was Primitive Hare. It was Happy Halloween by Primitive Hare. And that's done, and I'll show that in a minute. I am going to show you my works in progress, and I have made some progress. I even made progress on my linen. Not a ton, but some progress. I have dyed some even weave. I watched Chelsea and Priscilla's tutorial on how to do that. I don't think mine came out great, and they're probably going to be ashamed of me, but it was my first time, so learning curve. We need to go down the rabbit hole, and I need to stop buying things for cross stitch because I haven't sold all my stash yet. But I did get a really good deal on eBay this weekend. I'll be showing that to you. And also Hobbycraft had a sale on DMC on their website. If you didn't see it, I think you're out of luck because I think the sale is over now. But I'll show that if I have it over here. I'm not sure I have it over here. I probably do. And what I picked up at the Wool Fest there was cross-stitching thread there. So yeah. So, excuse me. I guess we should get started. Right. So I guess we'll kick it off with finished objects. Oh. No, that's alright. I thought something and then I unthunk it. Right, so my finished object is again by Primitive Hare. It's Happy Halloween, and I stitched it this week. Oh, it's not showing up purple. There's so much purple on this. But I finished stitching it up this week, and that's the front. So I turned it into a pillow, and I put some ribbon on here. This is very purple ribbon. I'm hoping it shows up in the video. And this is like a lavender with like a cornflower blue over, and a little purple button with a black shell. This is all DMC variegated. And I think it came out really well. I put black fabric on the back with some scrim over it, just to kind of give it a more, you know, sort of earthy feel. Anyway, yeah, so that's my first pillow. I need to think for next time, because I really want my corners to not be like not filled. And I did try to, this was like the problematic corner. It just, the fill didn't want to go in. It was like there must have been like a boogeyman in that corner or something. But yeah, so finish that. That is going to be a treat. I really, really like it. So thank you to the Primitive Hare for that free pattern. Right. So that's my only finished object. Let's talk about works in progress. Every time I do a... So how do I end up closer to the camera every time? Don't worry about me. Anyway, sorry, cold coffee. Right, so my next work in progress is a Realist cross stitch kit. The details will be in the description below the video. But yeah, so the last time you guys saw this, I think I had one cat done, and I'd had to tear out for that. So this is where I'm at. Looky, looky, looky me. I've got another cat done. And I'm trying to not move my stuff in front of the camera. Sorry, I will be more mindful of that. I know some of you said, hey, Jenny, I can't hear you very well when you put your work in front of your face. So anyway, so I finished that cat off, finished this cat, and started the roof here. And where you can kind of see these little tops of rectangles, that's the fence. I don't know if it looks pretty cool the way it is, but yeah. But I'm still going to do the work to fill it in. Don't mind the nails, I've had to cut them. But yeah, so it's a bit of progress on that. One of my needle minders for Halloween. So yeah, so again, the only thing I have negative to say about that is the thread. And that's because it's like haloed cotton, and it's a bit difficult. So if I get another one of the kits from them, I will probably just do a DMC equivalent of the thread, because I don't ever want to use that thread again. That's awful. Right, next project up is a Prairie Schooler design. It is, oops, Cats, Bats, and Witches. You know, I really don't like the bag that they sent this pattern in. It barely fits the booklet. Sorry. Okay, so we've got Cats, Bats, and Witches by Prairie Schooler. It's book number 174. Oops, I'm working on the Hey Ho for Halloween. God, I know I say it every time, but I fracking love those frames. They're so pretty. I'll make my husband make me one of those if I can ever find these little corner bits. So, progress. Now, I know I said last time I didn't like linen. I still don't like linen. I don't like stitching on it. I like linen. Let me back up and not be a spaz. I do like linen. I just don't like stitching on raw linen. So, let me get my needle out of the way here. So, the last time you saw it, we had no cape. There was no cape here at all. Oops. No cape. And no bat. So, I did a little bit last night when we watched Independence Day, because of course it was Independence Day. And so I finished this up. Yeah. I might have to ask you all a question. I don't know how it happened, but I cut this teeny tiny thread right here. I cut it, and when I cut it, I thought I'd already threaded it through another piece on the back, but I hadn't, and now it's short and stubby. Is it okay to put a tiny bit of something on the back, like a piece of tape or something, to hold that in place so it doesn't pull out? Because if it pulls out, I'm up the proverbial creek without a paddle, I think. Anyway, so, yep, there she be. Another one of my needle minders, and you can find those in my shop. I love that one. Harvest Moon. Ain't he cute? Got such a nice face. Anyway, so we're using DMC floss for this. I'm yet closer to the camera. I'm going to back up. I'm really sorry, everyone. I don't know where that chocolate brown is. There's another DMC floss for this kit. It's called Black Brown. Hang on, I'll let you know what the number is here. Sorry, a bit of a jumbly mess today. It's 3371 is this. It looks black, but it's not. It's like brown and black together. It's really quite pretty, actually. I still have fingernail polish. Sorry. Can't get it off. Anyway, so the other flosses are 581. DMC 581. It's 581. 300 is the darker rust, and we have 921, which is rusty orange. And there you go. Those are the flosses I'm using right now. The bat gets some eyes, so I'm kind of sorry about the crinkling. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I promise there will be a lot more progress on that. I'm just new to linen and love it. And I don't particularly fancy that. So those are my only 2 works in progress. There will be another next week because I have done, this. So I had a big piece of even wave. Whoops. Sorry, I've got all kinds of strings. Now I'm going to have to sew the sides of that. And it's still wrinkly. I'm really, really sorry. But I did my own dyeing. So I did the Chelsea and Priscilla method, putting it in pot and cooking it with coffee and tea bags and things. And then I put it in the oven. And then I actually left it in the oven over the weekend, not last weekend, weekend before, when we went off to the wool festival, just to let it thoroughly dry. I did rinse it, and none of it is coming out, so that's good. I'll iron it to set it. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And I think I might have an easier time stitching on even weave rather than linen. So, the apple harvest will be going on this. I also bought Indian corn from her, which I flipping love. So that will be going on there either. Hi, Sandy. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's just show things, and then, yeah, we'll show things first, and then we'll talk about what else is going on. So purchases at the Sheep and Wool Festival. Now, I didn't, hang on, let me get this out here. I didn't spend a whole lot of money. I was quite good. I had a number in my head. I overspent by 10 quid. 10 pounds, that's $13. And I'll show you one knitting related item. And, well, I can show you 2. My husband picked this out for socks for himself. I think it's a merino nylon blend. Yeah. And it's called Blue Skies. And I also got a couple of mini skeins for my miter blanket, my miter square blanket, but yeah, they're okay. Those pretty colors. So, yeah, and then oh, I bought this. This is a sheep that got sheared about 10 minutes before I arrived, and I bought his shearing. I'm sending this off. Oh, I love the smell of that. I'm sending it off to be processed. But yeah, it was a Jacob. And he was a ram, and he was pretty. And now I'm covered with lanolin. Anyway, so, walking around the Sheep and Wool Festival, it was really, really nice. I was, like, well pleased. I wanted to buy all the things, but I didn't want to spend all my money. And so we ended up walking around the main building twice. I had them set that bag of wool aside. But we're walking through, and we get to, I can't really, oh wait a minute, maybe this is, got their information on it. Yes. This is called, the one I'm going to show you is from Oliver Twists. They're specialist hand dyers. They are on Etsy. Yeah. So they have all kinds of hand-dyed products. Hand-dyed silk, lots of hand-dyed things. I got a big 2 meters of scrim from them. The scrim is this sort of muslin fabric that's on the back of this pillow. And sorry about that, my camera doesn't like me to hold scrim very close, I think. Yeah. So I got 2 meters of that, so I will be using that in some of my finishes for the Halloween things. But then, oh, I saw this and I ran to this wall because I was smitten. They had hand-dyed embroidery floss. They haven't named them. They just have color numbers. But yeah, I mean, look at these beauties. They're so pretty. Some of them, I'm going to switch out some of those colors that I got for the Apple Harvest and Indian Corn and use these instead. So Apple Harvest, again, Apple Harvest and Indian Corn is by the Humble Stitcher. Aren't they pretty though? I particularly like this one because it's almost an eggplant, which I think it looks black to you all, and this like rusty orange, and I just love that. I would just love to design something myself. I'm not very good at stuff like that, but just for that, those colors specifically. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Anyway, so I bought some silk to dye, and so I got 2 hanks, 1, 2, of this silk. So I'm going to be dyeing that up to sell in the shop and to use myself. But if anybody has any ideas on any particular colors that they would like to see, let me know, because I'm quite interested in it. It's not really my forte, color blending things. So let me know. Let me know. And then the last thing I want to show you is I picked up, they're called wicker critters, and they're basically, oh gosh, what are they called? Needle felting. And they had, oops, sorry, they had these mugs. Isn't he the cutest little mouse you ever saw? But he's not why I bought it. This pretty little girl is why I bought it. Look at her, she's cross-stitching. Isn't she the cutest thing you ever saw? Listen, yeah, that was like one of my biggest spends, that mug. So yeah, and that is it. I spent absolutely nothing. I won't lie, I did get a really good deal on some fleece for spinning, but this isn't my knit tube, so I won't show that. Right. What's next? Right, one more thing. So I was on eBay, as I do, looking for a bargain, and a very nice lady had some kits up for sale, and I found this one. It's called Woodland Cottage. It's by the Craft Collection Limited, and I had to have that. Is that so pretty? Isn't that pretty? Now, admittedly, this isn't my normal Halloween-y stuff. This is my normal Halloween-y stuff, right? But when I saw that, I just thought, oh my god, how beautiful is that? Wouldn't that be like a really nice project to have to carry me, you know, just a single project to carry me through my 2 years of autumnal stitching and knitting. So yeah. So anyway, so I'm looking, and I really can't find anything I like, and then I spot this, and then, oh, sorry, and it comes with all the thread and the cloth, everything. That is really good, and I'm so excited. Anyway, sorry, so I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and then I see this, and it was $7.99 for this. $7.99. Wow. Oh, I do love it. Yeah. I did get myself another spring hoop. I didn't bring it up though, sorry. So I have been using that. That's a 7-inch spring hoop. So that brings me to, we're getting to the end, and I've only done 20 minutes. God, this gonna be quick. So I have a question. I really would like to get one of the frames, and I know I said this before because I wanted something that would come to me, but I'm kind of getting, because nobody said anything, and I'm probably not going to find anything like that, you know, a frame that picked up and then, you know, sort of came towards me rather than sit up. What can I, okay, so first of all, what's the best frame to get for cross stitching? So I'm going to put this on whatever frame I get because that's quite large. What is the best one to get? I don't want to just buy a random one. So if you could help me, that'd be really good. If I'm going to spend the money, I'm just buy quality the first time. My husband did buy me a craft light. Oh, I can't believe it. It was so sweet. All of a sudden it just showed up at the door. So I got that. So again, I want to get a frame so I can stitch much more easily downstairs at night rather than holding a hoop, because it's starting to wreak havoc on like my wrist, like right here. I was watching some other Flosstube podcast, as one does, and it seems like everybody's having like a patriotic sal at the moment, and I was gonna do one, but no, I'm not, because I thought I would. So I guess we're going to stick with the sal that will start at the second week of September and run through the last week of October, for Rocktober, to get all of our, it might be Rocktober, it might be Spooktober. I like Spooktober. The Spooktober stitch along. It's a good idea, like that. It's going to be Spooktober, I like it. Anyway, there will be giveaways. If you are a designer and you want to donate a pattern, please contact me on my email and let me know. And if you want to donate a prize for this, that would be great. I will be donating some bags and some needle minders and things like that. And my husband just emailed me. Anyway, yeah, so that'll be going on. It will need to be autumn related projects only. I don't want to have a lot of restrictions, so Halloweeny, autumn, Thanksgiving, that kind of thing. And yeah, and to enter you, and it doesn't have to be finished, mind you. As long as you start it within that period of time, I'm all good. I mean, I don't want to see 3 stitches, but I don't mind if, you know, even if in the end this is what you got, because I can totally relate. Yeah, that you can submit that. Anyway, yeah, so you'll just email me pictures of your work, and I will draw from those entries. Gosh, this is a short one. So, I know I'm going to forget something. Oh, I want to say congratulations again to, I know I did on my knit too, but I want to say congratulations to Frankie Easter, who won my giveaway a few weeks ago, and now she's just won another one. So Frankie, congratulations. Thanks to Kay from Kay's Stitching for giving me a shout out. Thanks again to Sandy Whitlow from The Humble Stitcher. And I have been contacted by another cross-stitch designer on Etsy, so I'm going to have a look at her work, and I'll probably be featuring her next week. Oh, so stay tuned for that. Right, so what's going on? Like I said, Ian and I had... Well, Ian was kind of lucky because not so terrible, but I was in bed for 3 days last week with a cold, which wasn't very nice, but I'm over it pretty much now, so feeling much better. It hasn't rained here in ages, and the video that I showed all of you from Rivington Moor in a previous podcasts, they're now on fire and burning out, and the peat that is under the ground is on fire, and that's nearly impossible to put out. It's very sad. We can smell the smoke all the way here in Bamber Bridge from Rivington, which is really bad. And if you're traveling on the M6, you can see the smoke. It's just bad. So keep the firefighters in your thoughts. They're doing a terrific job. They're doing all they can. They're working 17-hour shifts, and bless them. And yeah, so thanks to all of them. What else is happening? The garden is okay. We're on a hosepipe ban here, so we are actually watering with gray water, which is, you know, dishwater and things like that. But everything seems to be doing fine. I've harvested some peas, and we have tomatoes. They're not quite big enough for me to do fried green tomatoes yet, but I will be doing fried green tomatoes as soon as they're out. I have 3 decent-sized pumpkins at the moment. Fingers crossed they'll stay. One of the pumpkins that I had early on, it died for some reason. I don't know why, but it died. So, there you go. The corn was definitely knee-high by 4th of July. I'm like 5'4", and it was about 6 inches above my knee. So I'm really looking forward to that. Not only because I like to have fresh corn, but because I really want to make a corn stack for my front door on either side for this Halloween. So yeah. We haven't had to mow our garden in like a month and a half. That's how dry it is. I mean, we're not even really getting those scraggly weed things from the grass because there's just no water. It's not good. I guess we're supposed to have like a week more of this, or 2 weeks more of this weather, and then we're supposed to get rain. The thing is, I wake up in the morning, I go to sleep at night and there's clouds in the sky, and I wake up in the morning and completely gone and no rain. So I don't know what's happening. What's going on with my exercise? I don't have my watch on today. It went a bit ape yesterday, so I took it off, and Ian's gonna look at it for me tonight. It just keeps flashing, and the battery's charged and everything. But I've been treadmilling every day at a 15-minute mile walk, and I've been forcing myself to go up and down stairs a lot. The problem is, I've been doing all this, I've been eating better, and I've only lost 2 pounds. So I don't know if that's menopause, old age. I don't know. It's frustrating is what it is. Yeah. I really can't think of anything else. 28 minutes. Ooh. I feel bad. Right, I'm gonna sew today, so get some sewing done today, and gosh, I don't know what's going on with you. Are you okay? How's life? Let me know in the comments below. I did want to say thank you to everybody who keeps coming back to watch this video over and over and over again. And thank you, thank you, thank you. My Instagram friend, I think it's HRM, she's such a sweetheart. She said she couldn't wait for my podcast, and I was like, oh my god. I went on about that for half an hour. Anyway, so yeah, I'm loving seeing everybody's work on Instagram as well. Yeah, Cross Stitchers of Instagram is an excellent search. Go search them. Right, social media. I want to talk about social media. I want to talk about Pinterest in particular. Now, of course, I have Pinterest. I have personal Pinterest, and I have boards for cross stitch, and I have boards for quilting, and I have boards for Halloween, and I have boards for decorating and recipes and all sorts of things. But I need someone to tell me what's going on with, okay, how do I put this? In my searches for cross stitch, I have come across people who are actually posting, like, I'm only going to show this really quick, right? Hang on. So they're like posting that. They're like posting the patterns. Paid for patterns. I don't know how everybody feels about that, but I'm thinking, if you're a designer, you really don't want somebody to do that, do you? Like, does anybody use those? Because personally, I'm just thinking, as a maker and an Etsy shop owner, I'm thinking, wow, holy cow. Anyway, it was a bit disturbing when I saw that. And there's one person on Pinterest, not going to give her name, even if I knew her or him, I don't know. But they've posted like every pattern they own, and it's pages and pages, pages of this, and I just think, oh my god, how could you do this? Is it an accepted practice? Do you all accept that this happens, and do you use them? I don't know. And this wasn't meant to be preachy. I'm really asking. I was very surprised. I was surprised and shocked. But there you go. So yeah. So if you'd like to comment below and tell me which frame would be best, how you feel about these pattern postings for paid for patterns on Pinterest, I'd really like to get some sort of consensus on that, and I'll talk about it on my next video. I would like to say that if you are watching my KnitTube podcast, I'll only be KnitTubing once a month moving forward. I'm getting really, really, really busy with a lot of things, and I'm not doing a ton of knitting this summer. It's so hot, I just don't feel like having my stuff in my lap. So that will be going to monthly, but this podcast will continue to be a bi-weekly podcast. Also, I do have video from my trip to the Wool Fest where I bought this lovely floss, and I will create a separate video for that. I just haven't had a chance. I have not been well, but I promise I will get it done. Yeah, so other than that, we're at 33 minutes. Just a heads up to everybody, my next podcast, I'll be doing, I will have my grandson here, and he would like to join the podcast. So, yeah, so that will be fun for me. I hope you enjoy seeing Byron. I've already started a little project for him, so he'll be just cross-stitching his name on that, but he'll get to show you what he's done, and hopefully he enjoys it. So, yeah. So excited. I get to have him for a few weeks. So we have lots of things planned. And one of those things is cross stitch. Anyway, right. I've rambled on and on and on and on and on. So I'm going to let you all go. Thanks again for coming back. Thanks to you for stopping by if you're a new viewer. And enjoy your stitching. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.